Okay, hold up. Why are there two pre-mortgages? Pre-qualified and pre-approved. And what's the difference and which one's better? Well, that's what we're talking about in today's video. So you're gonna wanna stick around because we're starting right after this. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nicole Bowdle and I'm a local real estate agent in Park City, Utah. I post new videos every single Monday, so if you're new to my channel, you may want to consider liking and subscribing. So pre-qual versus pre-approval. Basically, pre-qualification is kind of like a rough draft. It's basically saying, I think you're qualified to get a loan for this much. Basically, pre-qualification gives you like a big picture. So if you're thinking that you want to buy a house in the next 6 months to a year, maybe consider going to a lender and getting pre-qualified just so you kind of know what your range is. But the more serious that you get in your home buying process, then the more you're gonna want to go for a pre-approval, because one, they expire, they don't last forever, and two, it lets sellers know that you're a much more serious buyer. And a pre-approval is like, you can borrow this much money, not I think you can borrow this much money. A pre-approval is going to be a really thorough assessment of your assets, and they're gonna require some pretty heavy documentation to get you pre-approved. So what do you need to get pre-approved? Well, first you need your proof of income. So that means pay stubs from the last 30 days, maybe even longer, depending on your lender. W-2s from the last 2 years. Personal and federal tax returns from the last 2 years, as well as your proof of assets. Your bank statements from the last 2 months of your checking, of your savings account, your Roth IRA, a 401k, and stocks. And if someone is helping you buy this house and they're giving you money, then they're gonna have to submit a letter that is signed and dated stating that they are helping you with this house. You'll also need your social security number and your ID. So how long does it take to get pre-approved? Well, depending on how organized you are with everything that I just told you that you need, if you have all of that stuff and can provide it or find it really quickly, then you'll be able to get pre-approved pretty quickly. But if you have all those things, but there's maybe some certain hiccups in your paperwork or certain things that a lender doesn't like seeing, it could delay the process. But it's always important to talk to a local lender because they'll tell you what you need to improve on and what else they need from you. So think of it this way. If you have lots of debt and a low credit score, it's going to take you much longer to get pre-approved. Do pre-approvals expire? Yes. Why? Because you could lose your job. You could make a huge purchase that you shouldn't be making. Well, and that's taking on new debt, and that's a big problem when you're getting pre-approved. And you might experience some financial hiccups along the way. Something good to know is that neither one guarantee a mortgage. That's all up to the underwriter. Both a pre-qualification and a pre-approval serve to help you better understand what you can actually afford, but the underwriter is going to be the ultimate decision maker. The difference between pre-qualified and pre-approved is pre-approval is basically an estimate of what the bank thinks they'll be able to loan you. Pre-approval is they're going to tell you what you can actually borrow. So when you're super serious and you're ready to go and you want green light on the house, you need to get pre-approved because you need to know the exact amount that you're going to be able to borrow. Otherwise, you're going to be shopping for houses that you cannot afford. And a pre-approval requires thorough documentation and a thorough history credit report check. But one thing to remember is that you absolutely must get pre-approved when you're ready to buy a house. That is, as long as you are not paying cash. If you're paying cash, you're good to go. Thanks for watching today's video. If this was of value to you, please consider liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thanks, and I'll see you next Monday.